do. Ready. Those in Telegram, you can um, check out some of the videos we posted in there. They show you how to activate live transcriptions on these live sessions using a built-in tools in the browser. We'll be making an X post about that soon. Of course, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the New York live session here with IT Trader. Yo, IT, how's it going?
Very, very good.
Nice,
The,
nice.
the weather is changing. I'm excited. I can see the sun today, a little bit of sun.
Yeah, love it. There's no sun here today. It's gray, but hopefully that changes. I see a little bit of blue. See what happens.
We got about, I saw a post somewhere and the person was counting down to spring. I was like, wow, people are so desperate.
Yeah, yeah.
For the
I don't know.
first time in my life, I'm looking forward to a change in weather. I don't know why.
Um, I'm looking forward to go skiing, to be honest with you.
Skiing.
Yeah, I just need to make some time,
Okay.
you know?
I just
Uh,
I love a bit of sun because
yeah,
it's just, I don't know, I feel like more happier when the sun is out than when it's cold.
yeah, for sure. I'm with you on that one. Uh, hey, it could be sunny and cold.
Yeah, I don't mind it if the sun is out
Yeah,
and it's cold. It's fine because you can stare at the sun and feel the warmth of the sun. But if there's no sun and it's cold, that is not good.
yeah. That's one of my favorite things to do when I go biking. And part of the reason why I love going biking so much for like long periods of time and going early in the morning or either like during sun up or sun down because the sun's at the horizon.
I want to go to Hawaii.
There we go. Oh, sorry, my headphones disconnected again. I didn't hear anything you said.
I said I want to go to Hawaii.
Hawaii, yeah, nice. Let's go. We'll go on the weekend.
So weekend, nah, I don't. Nah, that's something that my wife is fighting with me over.
Okay,
Because to her, you can go on a holiday for 3 days. Like go on a Friday, come back on a
right.
Monday. And I'm not that kind of person. If I'm going, I'm going. I'm going for a week, 2 weeks, just to
Fair
have
enough.
that time. I don't
Yeah.
do those short little 3 days quick because you come back to reality too quick.
Yeah, I hear you. Just bring your computer with you.
I want to be away from it. That's the whole point of moving away.
Oh man, that's fun though. Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the sun at the horizon.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I just like biking into it, and then just like it's just like feels good.
Ah.
Um, how are the charts looking today?
Um, Good, I guess.
Yeah, just good.
Uh, Dollar index is doing amazing. Like literally, it's I don't know. It's like yeah. It's like, being with the love of your life.
Oh, nice.
That's
Which
how
sorry, go on.
when the charts are doing exactly what you want them to do, right? It's
Yeah.
I don't know, there's some fulfillment within you that only if you're a trader, that's only when you find out.
Which dollar index market do you usually look at? Do you have one in particular you follow, or
Come again?
like on TradingView when you
Hmm.
choose dollar index, which one are you choosing?
I always use TVC.
TVC? Okay, cool. Nice.
Yeah, I'm always using TVC. I don't
I
know,
should be
for some
I
reason
should
I just prefer TVC.
okay, cool. Yeah. I should be paying more attention. SPDOS does capital.com.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. It's just I've, been always been using it. So
Yeah.
I'm subconsciously I'm used to using TVC.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Good to know.
And I think I got it from ICT as well.
Right.
He used TVC. So, you know, if the boss uses TVC, who am I?
Nice.
Who am I to change it? There is a reason why he uses it.
Yeah, fair enough. Um, yeah, I don't really have much to say today. I'm just been coding and doing stuff, you know. That's pretty much it. Like had a good sleep, woke up early, probably ran through like I don't know how many repositories on our end, and then talked to some people, did some planning, looked at some spreadsheets, looked at some charts, you know,
Let me ask
all in a
this.
day.
Being a coder, does that get you in British terminology, does that get you laid?
It depends on like where you are, I guess, right? No, it doesn't. Uh, but
Huh?
but my wife loves it, so that's all that matters.
Well, let's leave your wife out of this.
I mean, that's you know what I mean? That's what I have to say no, but yes, because I'm married, right?
If you were not to be married, would it get
Eh,
you laid?
I don't know, maybe.
Because I think there is a saying that, some girls find like coders more attractive because they're boring, they're already doing the same thing. Um, so yeah, they get attracted to coders.
what about looking at charts?
Well, I've not got laid yet, being
But you're married, so it doesn't count too, right?
I've not got laid yet, being an analyst. So I don't know about that. But yeah, you do have some people that they get a lot of attention. It depends. Everyone is different. I'm introvert. I like being in my own space, so um,
Yeah,
I don't like stuff like that. But it's just fun to see people do stuff like that.
right. Yeah, I'm the same way. Like I don't know. I let things um come to me rather than going out and seeking them in a sense in that respect, right? So it's like, you know, I'm just
I
like
get it.
I'm married so as well, so it's like
I get it. I get it. All
but
right.
yeah.
Let me share my
Let's
screen.
yeah, let's get down to business. Stick a turn.
Okay. How's the sound looking like?
Let's take it down just a little bit, just a little bit.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there we go. That was the one. Thank you.
Perfect.
All right, brother. Let's check out these charts.
Okay. Okay. All right. So dollar index. We had yesterday the rate announcement, which was fun to see. I had lots of fun staring at it and actually taking some trades. And I'll share with you all what I did. So yesterday I marked this area. So if you look at the volume imbalance at 108, that's where I said price will struggle, right? And yesterday I also said something that the wick will do the damage, but the body will tell the story, right? So the closing price is the most important thing. Hence, you can see how the closing price rejected, right? Price rejected and did not close above it. Now, that's a good sign that what I'm expecting or what I'm anticipating might be the case, where we will end the month because we only have tomorrow. Since they couldn't print a huge up candle to go higher, we are going to end the month like this. Okay, we're going to end the month like this, which is a rejection or a raid above previous month high and a closure of a gap, not really closing, but they've touched it. So in a way, we don't need price to come back up here again. Hence, going into February, I think we will be going lower. Okay, so the downside objective that I gave regarding dollar index still stands because we are still inside the range. So if you look at this high to this low, essentially that's the daily range. We are still within that range. Hence, I think we will be going lower unless I'm wrong and then they can close through this volume imbalance and then maybe you go up. Even if you go above it, I would still expect them to come back and attack this low. The only time I would change my bias to the downside is, of course, if we come all the way up here and we close above it. Then, just like Bitcoin did, if they can take out the previous month low and then reject and go and close above the previous month high, which is January's high, then I'll switch. As it stands, I think this quarter we will be pulling back. So the quarterly, I think I spoke about that last time. If you look at every 3 months, there's a move. So between July and September, there was a move down. Between October and December, there's a move up. And then between January and March, there's going to be a move down. Okay. So I'll be expecting the first 3 months at least to move lower. All right. So we're expecting those downside objectives um, to be fulfilled. Now, what we need to confirm that going forward is just one down candle to close below an up candle, or the closing price to be closing below the opening price of one of these up candles. So it could be today, it could be tomorrow, doesn't matter. We just need a down candle closing below the opening price. And then that will be it. I think maybe today that might be what will happen because from what I'm seeing on the lower time frame, you see that we have this down candle, right? And then we have all these three up candles. So that to me is the manipulation. And then I want to see them break that. Now, during this New York session, let me quickly double check. Yeah, so we have 1:30 um, news event coming in. It's advanced GDP. I would want to see them use that to break down. I don't want to see them go higher. If it does, no problem. The downside still remains anyway. So it will just be a pullback, and then I will still expect the price to go down. Okay, so whatever happens, I think the month has already ended. Tomorrow will be 31st, and then we go into February. So I'll still be expecting price to come and attack this low here. Okay, so it's better they reject today, and then we continue going down as of Monday. All right, so dollar index, beautiful, beautiful price action in here. That's what I was saying earlier. If you see it happening, it looks so awesome. Like you're with someone that you really, 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 really want to spend time with. Anyway, so once we got the rejection yesterday during the rate announcement, let me show you what I did. On the 15 minutes, there was a sell pattern that happened because price traded to premium. Remember, I was saying that whenever we have a dealing range, when price is trading inside a range, price will 70% of the time stay within that range. What is a range? A range is a high and a low. Okay, this is a range. So 70% of the time, price will stay in and then go out. Unless we are reversing, then price will break and then go higher. But if we are not, then price will 70% of the time stay within that range. So inside that range, whenever we trade to premium, if you are buying, you need to pause. You need to stop buying. Right? And then just observe, do we break or do we reject? Because if we reject, then there's a high probability you're going to come back and attack this low. Okay? Hence, that is what happened here. I was expecting price to do what? Go lower. And in premium, that is where this sell pattern formed. So when that sell pattern formed, all I had to do was just sit on my hands and wait. During the rate announcement, price came into a nice level up here, the last up candle with a fair value gap, and then rejected. Why? Because that also created what we call a dealing range. This high to this low, that's a dealing range. Okay, institutions or banks will deal inside this range. About 50%, you find a fair value gap, the last up candle, or the breaker, and then you sell short and expect price to go lower. So when the rate announcement came out, it came out exactly at 7. Let me change my time to London. So it came in at 7, and then price shot up. Okay, and then it started pausing, it started rejecting, and then at 7:30, that was the FOMC. So the FOMC rejected it, and it started coming down. Now, whilst it was doing this, if you looked on gold, it gave a nice trade idea over here, where price went down, rejected, broke above the high, pulled back to it, and that was a buy, and the price never looked back. Remember, on the high time frame, we were expecting them to go and run this high. And I also said, whenever we are approaching a high like that, okay, they will sometimes move price down to stop people out and only come back up aggressively to go and run the high. And that is what is happening. So the whole move down Monday was just to run stops, which I mentioned that that's likely going to be the case because we have a high resistance. There's a low and there's a lower low. So once they go below it, it should immediately reject and then start coming back up again. With the help of the rate announcement, they gave a buying pattern in here, and then price has not looked back. On the futures, it actually gapped up. So if you look at the futures, it's way beyond the high, right? Price gapped up. So if you were trading the futures, if you understand everything that I'm saying, your entry was here. And if you got that entry by the time market opened, because it closed, by the time it opened, you would have been in crazy serious amount of, I don't know, profit, right? Now, with the futures gapping up and going higher, I'll be expecting the spot to go and attack this equal high. So this New York session, maybe, let me see if there's any idea. Give me 1 second. Let me turn off my Discord. This is making some noise over here. Okay. So I'm expecting the spot to go up and attack this high. Okay. Now this New York session, right now I don't see any buying opportunity. I wouldn't want you to buy in these down candles. I don't trust them. These are not quality, good down candles prior to the move up. So as is still not there yet, maybe a H4 move down, come back up, and then you look for a buy, or at least a big one, relatively, maybe something like this, and then they come back above it, then you look for the buy. I don't trust these ones. Okay, they did not happen during a time that quote unquote someone with big money will be buying. Okay, this is outside the blue, the pink and the green area. So I don't trust them. Wait for some to form in here, and then you can look for a buy to continue going up. So back to euro. Actually, let's go to British pound, because British pound is interesting. Yesterday, I gave you a specific level that price will likely reverse from right here, which comes in at the middle of the gap. So yesterday I said, if we don't reverse from here, then we will reverse here. So you just wait for what? The buy pattern. And I think as soon as we finished the session, they came in. So that was the up candle, the big move down, and then boom, price rejected. Right there and then, that's when the buy was up. And then we came back to this, and price has not looked back. That's the breaker. They respected it. They're respecting it. They are respecting it. And I think we're going to go up from here. Look at the move down again here today. So we have one up, 1, 2, 3 down, and then it's currently rejected. This candle closing above that is a good sign that we might come up here. Okay, so the buy can happen on this candle, or you can wait, because we've not actually confirmed yet that we are going higher. The confirmation will come once we go above this high. So watch the watch the 1.2462 level. If we can close above it, switch to H4 and then buy and put your stop loss below the down candle and expect a continuation to the upside. I think the down candle will be a reaccumulation, because that's what it did. All right, we only had one down candle. So wait patiently. If you don't want to be the first person in, wait patiently. Let them go and close above that within the next, I don't know, 30 minutes, because we have a news event coming in within the next 4 minutes. Maybe they will use that news event to speed price up and close above it. Okay. And in terms of where I'll be wrong, price will have to come back and take out this low. It doesn't really change the narrative because there's still that level down here. Okay, so they might come down there and then accumulate, but I don't think that might be the case. Okay, I don't want to predict because the news can do anything. But if I was to do something, it's to the upside. So I prefer buying rather than selling. Okay. So if you want to take risk, then you risk here, but cover yourself down here. Don't cover yourself here because the news can wake down and then reject. And I prefer the British pound to the euro because it's just clean price action. Okay. Sorry, that's no euro. If you look at the euro and the pound, euro is much of a cleaner price action than the pound. Hence, I would rather buy the pound than the euro. But it's entirely up to you. Okay, you can do whatever you want to do. If you want to buy the euro, again, wait for them to come back above this high. Okay, and then you can look for the buy. Let them close above it, and then you can look for the buy. Australian dollar. I don't like it, so stay away. It's not showing anything that requires a buy or sell, so I'll stay away from it. Same thing with the New Zealand. It's not showing much. Yesterday we talked about this more fair value gap on the 1 hour that price is gonna reject there. So watch it, and then when it happens, go on Euro pound. I'm sorry, Euro New Zealand or pound New Zealand for a potential sell. Let me show you again what I did with that. So in here, let me go onto the H4. So look over onto the H4 right here. All right, that was a selling happening in here. So when price traded to that level at 1, the Euro New Zealand at 1 was trading here. Okay, so it started the pullback into the range. Now when it got there, all you're looking for, since the New Zealand is going to reject the gap, you expect some strength to come into the New Zealand. So this gives you a range. You want to sell you want to sell when price gets into premium. So on the lower time frame during the news event, here, that's Wednesday, it gave another potential sell idea, sold, and then price came and attacked this low and fell very, very close to that one, because that was the main one. It was meant to come and attack that, and then price rejected. So I got on a demo trade, I got the entry up here, and then I took profit there, left something to see if they can go for that, and it didn't happen. So when this actually switched right there, then trade closed because price was not gonna come there. Okay, so when I was talking about potentially the New Zealand rejecting that level, this level, that strength is going to come into the New Zealand, that was the trade idea that you will be looking for. Okay. And then I didn't do pound New Zealand because again, I was looking at euro pound. So if you look at euro pound, since euro pound is dropping, it means that there is weakness in the pound. Sorry, there's weakness in euro, there's strength in pound. So you leave the pound alone and then you trade the euro. So that's why I was focusing more on the euro New Zealand. All right. So that's for what I was discussing. Now in future, I'll teach more about that because these will be ideas that you can trade during the day. Okay, some scalp or day trade. Let's go to crude oil. So crude oil is still at that OT level. It's still at that OT level. Now, we've had one candle and then potentially two, but it's still respecting that OTE area. So it's either today will close like this and then tomorrow we get a rejection, or today should go up, right? Hence, on the lower time frame, I'm hunting for the pattern. Now, it's not happened on the H4 yet, but on the hourly, it can begin. This morning, I was watching this, and as we were about to start the session, I was watching to see if they can break this up candle, and it looks like they couldn't. So I think they might drop one more time, maybe an aggressive candle, and then immediately reject, and then we go higher. All right. So watch crude oil. We want to see one more drive down. Then today is Thursday. Now, if you look at the weekly profile, or if you look at the week, I'm not at profile. If you look at the week, we've been trading down since Monday. So Monday traded down, Tuesday was an inside candle, Wednesday traded down. When we have such situations, there's a high probability that the low of the week will form on a Thursday, okay, especially during the New York session. Or if it was going up, you expect the high of the week to form on a Thursday. When market goes one direction, when the week starts, let's say the week starts on a Monday, if the market goes up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then there's a high probability the high will form on a Thursday, and then there will be a rejection during the New York session. So watch crude oil. You might get a rejection or a low forming for the week, and price will not come back below the low that will form today. Okay, so you can look out for something like that for today. So if you are selling, just be mindful that the low of the week might form, and you might get, stopped out if you keep selling. And then I'm just gonna bring in the ES, because that was also fun. During the rate announcement, price traded to a nice level, the same level that they left the day before. Yeah, remember I was talking about how price rejected this low. I got stopped out, and then I got entry on the 1 minute chart over here. Right, let me see if I got it right. Yeah, here I got the entry on a 1 minute chart here. So when price went up, when it went all the way up, what it did prior to going up was it also created another buying area, which was here. Okay, someone came in with lots of money and then went up. So right there, that's where the buying happened. This down candle. Within that down candle, there was a gap on the M15. Yeah. Okay, so during the rate announcement, price came down, rejected, and then as it rejected, it broke that up candle. And then we've not looked back since. There was some wicks that was doing some damaging, but yeah, during the rate announcement, it can happen. So you can see where I placed my stop loss, right? I put it away because I was expecting them to move away from this level, and that's where we are. So this New York session, you can hunt for the same pattern, because I think this equal high is going to be taken. I think that's where we are going to go. So during this New York session, hunt for the buy pattern and then look for price to go and attack this equal high. It's too clean, so I think they're going to come for it. So as you're watching, watch this area here, because that's the breaker, the up candle, and let them form a buy pattern in there and then expect a rejection. All right. All right, let's move on to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, yesterday I was teaching you something about closing prices, right? And yesterday we had one. So look at where the closing price on Bitcoin was on Tuesday versus the closing price on Wednesday. That's a big difference. Now, usually I would want them to close above the previous day's high. That would be the best, because if they can close, it means the entire candle of the previous day has been engulfed. They've rejected all the sell or the movement that happened to the downside, right? And most of the case, that would be a buy anyway. With that, today was going to be an up candle. Why? Because if we close bullish like this above the previous day's opening price, this is the opening price, this is the closing price. If we close above the opening price, the next day you want to see price go higher. We open here 12 midnight, and so far you can see what price is doing. So I would want to see them continue going up from here. I don't want to see them come back. So watch the closing price of yesterday is here. We don't want to see price close below it, because if it does, then there's a high probability they will come for the low. I'm teaching it a little bit more. They'll come back for the low. So we should be staying above the closing price on yesterday. Now, in terms of entries, again, just wait for them to buy it and then you get in, because so far they've shot price up. So wait for them to buy it. It's going to be a green candle and then you get in. All right. Solana, I think yesterday we were discussing they will come and attack this low first and then reject. And today they are going up. Again, it's closing above the opening price. So I would want to see a continuation to the upside. Today must close like this. It's a must. If it doesn't, then there's a problem. So we must close like this, and that will begin a very big move away from here. Why? Because there's, I think I've said it, there are two ways that when quote unquote institutions wants to buy, there are two ways that they will buy. One is either they are going to come in, right, and accumulate in the form of a consolidation, or they will just run it down and then reject and then go higher. This is accumulation, where they are buying when price is consolidating. Okay, so in other words, they're gonna buy, in other words, they're gonna buy when price is doing this. So anytime it goes down, they buy. It's, the terminology that I use is averaging in. They average in. They don't buy it like the way it's going down and then they buy and then reverse and then it goes higher. Not that way. This is another way that they can buy, averaging in. So there's a lot of buying going on. When you see consolidation like this and then price displaces away from it, this is going to be a big uptrend. Okay, when you see such consolidations and then they break away from it, it's going to be a big uptrend, because it spends a lot of time in that consolidation, meaning that there was a lot of buying that was going on. Okay, so I think that's what Solana is doing. So we want the aggressive move away from it. That's the consolidation, up, down in here. So we want the big aggressive move away from it. Okay. So as it stands, we want to see a big move away from here. That is why it's important for today to close as it is. Then tomorrow, or even probably today, you're going to see a big move away from that consolidation. All right. So I'm expecting today to close bullish, and then tomorrow a big candle shift away from that, and that will, on the weekly time frame, will confirm exactly what we want to see, which is they are going to take out the reaccumulation candles low and then displace away from it, which should happen same candle. The same candle should do it. We still have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 3 days to go. Struggling to count. We still have 3 days to go. Okay, so it's either tomorrow we get a big move away, or they will do it on Saturday. If we close bullish on the daily, like I'm showing you right here, then I'll be expecting a big move, and that big move should go and close through this gap and then create one gap here. So it will be something like this, where this candle will be the first, then another candle will form like that, and then we will have a gap in here. So they will trade through this one and then create one there. And if we do that, whew, to the moon, off we go on Solana. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm expecting on Solana. So just watch and see what it's going to do today. Again, today must close bullish. Now, if you were to observe it to see it close bullish today, what would be the sign that it will not do it? Because you can know when it's going to do it and when it's not. If it's going to do it, I spoke to you about this type of candles, this one here. Okay, I think it's the same type of candle on I don't think it was Bitcoin. I think it was on this one. We'll come to it. If it's going to go up, then this candle must stay like this. They might not close, or they should not close below it. It should stay like this, meaning it can wick it and go higher, but never close below here. So if you're expecting the up candle that is on the daily to stay like that, then we should absolutely be staying above this down candle. Okay, on the lower time frame, they can pull back into maybe here, which would be the breaker, but not close. It's not like that. Okay, it's just something that I drew. Okay, but if it's gonna come down, it can come down like this and then reject and go higher. It should not be closing. Okay, so if we get the close, then tomorrow maybe they will wick it. They will open, and then they're gonna come down. That's what I mean by wick it. They will come down, and then it'll be a wick, and then it will reject and then expand higher. All right. So do you have to buy today? No, just wait patiently. Let today close as it is, and then tomorrow watch and see if it does wick down, because that's similar to what XRP did, okay, with that wick on the H4. That wick, okay, comes into it and then it reject. If it's going to go higher, that's what it's likely going to do tomorrow. They open, drop down, and then reject, and it start going up. Okay. So let's see. Ethereum, I think I said leave it alone, and I still stand by my words. If we are going to get involved in Ethereum again, it will be above here. That's when we get involved again. Unless we get that, then stay away. I still don't trust it. I don't like it. So stay away from Ethereum. Let them go through this up candle. Then we can have a little bit of confirmation. Still equal low, not my favorite. So even if they break this high, I'll still favor other cryptos than the Ethereum. Okay, but it's up to you. If you like it, then you can trade it. But only wait, let them go through this, then you can look for your potential buy ideas. And if you get a buy, if they break this and you get a buy, you can start aiming for this candles low, which comes in at 3.611. If we get the breakthrough this candles high, then you can aim for buying ideas to trade to 36111. 36111. Hype. Hype is still within that trading range. It hasn't left it yet. Okay. Now you can see that it's in a consolidation. So it's similar to what I was explaining on Solana. If they can break away from the consolidation, then off to the moon. Okay, because that will be a big, long accumulation that they've done in here. And price is going to go to the moon. Not to the moon, but it's going to go higher. So I still don't think it's ready yet. We are still inside that trading range. They just went to run the high. It could reject and then come back down again. If it's going to go up, you will see it. It's going to break this level aggressively. So maybe not today, tomorrow. You might have one candle doing this. Then just drop down to the H4, look for the buy pattern, then get in, aim for 351792, and the projection of all that move down, you're going to project it to the upside, and you're going to aim for your you're going to aim for your 1.274168. If it moves aggressively away from it, I'll aim for the 168, which comes in at 45.112, because it will be like big aggressive candles running away because of the consolidation that happened. There's a lot of buying going on in there. You can look for the continuation to the upside through this, and then aim for the 1.618 level. All right. Ripple, that is kind of stuck in a consolidation. However, I still believe that we are supposed to be going higher. Now, if we get Bitcoin to stay bullish above this gap, because that's what it's currently doing. If we get it to stay above this gap and we start moving higher, this will resume the momentum. It should do that. It should be doing it now, but for some reason, it's just maybe this afternoon someone will come in and buy, right? So wait for the close. If we don't get the aggressive move, don't get in yet. Wait for the move to happen first. Then on the H4 or even the H1, find a buy. I think I've showed you several examples of how it looks like. So wait for the big move away from there, then drop down, find a buy, and then you're aiming for 3.3968 and the extension levels that I think we've been looking at that for some time now. This is at the 1.618. So the 2%, I think it's roughly somewhere, yeah. Go to the weekly. I was not off by much here. Okay, that would be the 2. So if we get the aggressive move, which is a closure above, we just wanted to close above the down candle. Okay, if they can close above it, then drop down to the lower time frame, find a buy, and then aim for this high, and then aim for, I would say 3.56. Okay, 3.56. Let's go to AI. So AI, I don't like what it's doing. Maybe they might, instead of manipulating and going up, they might consolidate before doing it, because I was expecting them to continue going down to attack this low. We came very close to it. Okay, we came very close to it, just a few points away, and then we rejected. I would have been, happy if they had come here. Then I'll look for the buy to start going up, but it didn't do it. Hence, I'll wait. Okay, maybe they might be consolidating first before we go up. Now, when I say consolidation, if you go back to Bitcoin, and then let's go to the weekly. This will be a consolidation. That is a consolidation. Okay. That is a consolidation. That is a consolidation. Okay. Consolidations will lead to expansion. Consolidations will lead to expansion. Consolidations will lead to a big expansion. And that's what happened here. That's consolidation. And it will lead to a big expansion. So on AI, it's either they drop and then reject immediately and then go higher, or it will consolidate in here. So that's what it looks like it's trying to do now. And then we shoot up. So wait, let them tip their hands that they're going up. It depends. Again, if you are a day trader, investor, swing trader, if you're an investor, you should be in by now. Don't wait how long, because it's very cheap right now. But if you're a day trader, if you're looking to buy and close it within a short period of time, then you don't have any business in here right now. But if you're going to hold for the next, I don't know, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, then you should be in, because it's very, very cheap currently. You don't know how far down it's going to go. Okay, don't hustle for too much. Maybe it's at, let's say, 0.70, and you're looking for discount to 0.40. You might not get it. So if you're going to hold for a long time, then where we are now is a good price to get in. Just buy it and forget about it. Don't worry, because it's AI product, or it's got to do with AI. And anything to do with AI, like I said, it's just look at the project. If the project is good, long run is gonna go higher. It's just simple. Is it Warren Buffett? Yeah, Warren Buffett strategy. Just look at the company. Does it have value? If it does, it will go up. Okay. Let's go to the last one. That's all.
That's all.
Yeah. Um, yeah, it's paused. It's not doing much. So narrative has not really changed. Nothing has happened. Nothing interesting is going on. So we still stand with what we are looking for since yesterday, expecting them to come here. I like the fact they've taken out the previous day's high though. That's looking cool because it's a reaccumulation. Sorry, redistribution candle. We love redistribution candles high to be taken, and then rejection. So on the lower time frame, that's how it looks like. We want them to drop below this. Okay. If not, then we will have to see a big up candle, which I don't see. Not this pattern. I don't see them going up with this pattern. Mm-mm. I've not seen that before. Okay. So maybe one more drive, then the rejection. If it goes up, I'll be very surprised. Don't get me wrong, it can do it because anything can happen in price, but I'll be surprised for it to happen. Right? So that tells you how much price pattern can be very predictable. You will not see price dropping like this and then immediately go up like how it's looking like. No. So we want to see them drop and then the rejection can happen. Okay. So I think pretty much it's straightforward. Nothing really to say about it because price is on the lower time frame. It's in the small little range. You're not doing much. So that's pretty much it from me. Unless there's any concerns somewhere, then we can address them.
Lots of
Oh, we
concerns.
missed it. We missed the the
I was
dollar.
gonna say that. I was gonna say. I got it up over here. I'm like, whoa,
I missed it.
whoa, whoa.
My mentor said, "God damn it!"
Oh, geez. Hey, you know what? It's you know, just part of the process, right?
Yeah, I wanted to take advantage of it too, but it's okay. I wanted to buy the British pound, but it's okay.
Next time. Next time.
Next time, yeah. It will close above it by the next 1 minute, and the H4 will give you the green candle, as we said, right? And it's the powerful one. It's the one that took out the previous candle's high. So within the next 26 whatever seconds, if we can stay above it, then we can protect ourselves below this down candle and then expect price to continue going up. So within the next 10, 15, or 8 seconds, we want price to stay there. And we can buy the breaker. Just buy the pullback to this candle's high. And there we go. If we come back and touch this candle's high, if you want to, okay, then buy that.
That GBP.
And then stop loss below this candle's low. And then expect that continuation to the upside. It will come back. Don't worry. It won't go up. It will come back and touch it at some point. If not today, we'll do it tomorrow. It will come back and touch this candle's high. All right.
Sweet. That was a
That's
sweet
it for
session.
me.
Session. Yeah, nice. Love it. Got my notes. My notes. I didn't want to interrupt you when the
You should have told me. Look, if
it was wobbling like the whole time, right? Oh man.
um
Next time I'll interrupt, okay?
yeah, you should prompt me because such moves you don't get them,
Yeah.
It happens every now and then, right? But it's okay. It will pull back. It's easy. Sometimes it's easier to get in when you understand what's going to happen. It's easier to get in before it does, because sometimes it will not come back. So it will be the best entry. And then if it does pull back, then you get in again. You add to your position.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Very nice, very nice. Um, well, why don't we wrap it up? That way, we got SP DOS coming up in about 30 minutes. And yeah, you know,
Sure, sure. I'm done.
thank you very much. Always a pleasure. And as always, I gotta say, every single session, I'm always humbled by your research and knowledge. Amazing. Thanks for sharing with everybody.
My pleasure. My pleasure. All right. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and I'll see you all tomorrow, same time.
Take care, IT. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Peace.